as I'm sure you've seen by the title, this is going to be something completely random, and it's something that I personally enjoy, and if anyone out there also, is into wrestling and all that kind of stuff, hopefully they can enjoy this video. So basically, what I want to be doing is going through the card for the upcoming pay-per-view, which is SummerSlam. Basically, I'm going to be going through each of the matches and giving my predictions and what I've kind of thought of the feud and all that kind of stuff. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, just a moment. So, to begin with, it was announced tonight when I'm recording this video, the August 17th edition. Now, I'm in Australia, so in the US that would be the 16th, but they kind of built the Neville Sheamus feud, Cesaro versus Sheamus feud. They built that up, and it was kind of declared by Mick Foley, I think, that it would be a best out of 7 match, which I find to be quite odd. I don't like the fact that Cesaro is just going to be stuck with Sheamus for a while. It kind of feels like we're going through a Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin phase all over again, but this time it's Cesaro and Sheamus. So I'm really not too sure what to think of that, to be honest, but for the first one at least, I am going to pick Cesaro, just because, considering it's the first one and it's SummerSlam, I think they'll have Cesaro go over just for like a pop. But yeah, carrying on. We have the United States title championship match between the Bulgarian brute Rusev and Roman Reigns. Now, personally, I really hope that Rusev wins. I really like Rusev along with Lana together. They're quite good. I think I'm gonna choose Rusev as well. I'm gonna stick to my heart and go with Rusev. I do prefer him over Roman. I don't particularly hate Roman Reigns that much. I do understand he has problems, but he is quite a good worker. I think he can pull off some pretty cool stuff in the ring. But I think quite a few people look past that. But yeah, he did violate the wellness policy, so fuck him, right? We have the WWE Tag Team Title Match between The New Day, which is Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E. But I don't think Big E is going to be wrestling. I'm not quite sure why. I think he's injured. Well, that's what they said, but I'm not sure if it's true. I think it is, because I recently went to a live show in Australia, because they came down last week actually, and it was just Xavier and Kofi Kingston wrestle or anything like that, so he might just be injured, which is really unfortunate. I do think Big E is my favourite of the three, to be honest. Now, between Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson and the New Day, I think the club is going to take it this time. Considering they're missing Big E, it could play into the story, and it could, they could reunite and become a stronger unit as the New Day, and then come back to win the titles or something like that. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I think it seems like they are building up the club quite a bit, so I think it'd be a safe bet, to be honest. But yeah, I think I'm going to be predicting the club to go over. We have the Intercontinental Championship match between The Miz and Apollo Crews. I actually quite like Apollo Crews, but I think that The Miz is going to, have some sort of shenanigan come in and kind of help him at the end, and I think that he'll come out on top, to be honest. I actually quite like The Miz. I think he's a great heel. I love how much I love to hate him, to be honest. I love the reaction he gets. He really does well, and so does his wife. I can't remember her name, but they're a really good combo. We have the women's title match between Sasha Banks and Charlotte, and Dana Brooke is banned from ringside. I don't see Sasha winning the belt and then dropping it so soon, to be honest. I think Sasha's going to win this. I think she'll retain at SummerSlam, which would be really nice. I think that'd be really good to see. We have the WWE title match between Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. I'm actually quite liking this feud. I think they're both great in the ring. I think this could be a really good match. I don't see Dolph beating Dean Ambrose for the title, to be honest, unfortunately. As much as I'd love it to happen, and if it did, my word would I be excited, but I just don't see it happening. So I think Dean's going to retain, and yeah, I think that's how that match is going to end, to be honest. We have the new Universal title match between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. I quite liked Finn Balor from NXT, but I also loved Seth Rollins. I really don't know which way they're going to go, because they're both great talents and both deserve that title, but I think Seth might hold it first, to be honest. I think as much as they put him out to be the strongest man on the roster, he really is. He's really talented. He's really good. He's a really good heel and a fantastic worker in the ring. So, not saying that Finn Balor isn't, of course he is, with the whole demon thing as well. But, no, I think Seth will go over in the match. I think it might be a dusty finish. Something might happen or something like that. Maybe a couple of shenanigans, but I think Seth Rollins is going to be walking out with that new title around his waist. We also have wrestlers and your talent separate for a while, please, before you start having wrestlers interjecting with other shows and all that kind of stuff. But no, the very next week after the draft, Randy Orton KO'd Brock, and Brock then came onto SmackDown, and that came around real quick, I think. But I don't see Brock losing to Randy Orton. I think they might make Randy look a bit stronger now that he's back. But oh look, if Randy ends up beating Brock, I couldn't imagine what the reaction would be. To be honest, I think it'd be hilarious, but great at the same time. There's also John Cena versus AJ Styles. This is a match I really liked when the show came to Australia. Now, spoiler for that house show, but Cena had won. I really want AJ to win at SummerSlam. I think that'd be awesome. To give him a really big win at SummerSlam, especially over John Cena. That'd be really good for him. So I'm going to pick AJ Styles for that one. And the very last match is Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass. So I feel like Enzo and Cass haven't really been given too much to do recently. This is a step in the right direction, putting them against Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho, who are very good. Could be very good for them. The only problem is I really don't see where this leaves Kevin Owens and Jericho and even Enzo and Cass. Does that put them in the running for the tag team titles, or what does that do for them? And the same for Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. But anyway, I think considering Jericho and Owens are two heels and they've been just paired together as a tag team against the core unit, which is Enzo and Cass, I think Enzo and Cass will win, just because I don't think the teamwork's going to be all there between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. It also says here that there might be an appearance from Jon Stewart, apparently, and last time, he cost Cena the championship, so, hopefully that doesn't happen again, because that wasn't, very great. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this predictions video. If you did, please let me know, and I'll be sure to make more videos like this. But thanks guys, and I will chat to you guys very soon.